Now that our synthesis is complete, we are transferring the reaction flask into a separatory funnel. Notice how I made sure the stopcock was closed before I poured any liquid in. I'm also going to rinse the reaction flask with a couple milliliters of hexane just to make sure I transfer everything. Then I'm draining off the aqueous layer that is formed. Remember, our reaction flask had NaOH and hexane in it, meaning that before we've added any other solvents to our sep funnel, we had to remove the NaOH. I'm adding 10 milliliters of 1.5 molar hydrochloric acid to the separatory funnel. I'm going to put the stopper in the top and remove it from the ring stand. With my finger firmly on the stopper, I'm going to invert my separatory funnel and then vent it. Each time I do this, I want to get a little bit more aggressive with my shaking just to make sure everything mixes together. When you vent your separatory funnel, you hear a little pop, kind of like a soda can opening. You want to keep repeating your shaking and venting until there's no sound when you vent the sep funnel. Now I'm going to drain off my aqueous layer. Why is it not draining? I left the stopper in the top. One of the most common separatory funnel mistakes that people make is that you leave the stopper in when you try to draw off the aqueous layer, and it won't work if you try to do that. So I removed the stopper and I'm now drawing my aqueous layer off. Next, I'm adding another 10 milliliters of 1.5 molar hydrochloric acid. I'm then going to take my separatory funnel out of the ring stand and repeat my shaking and venting process from earlier. Placing it back in the ring stand, I'm removing my stopper and drawing the aqueous layer off the bottom. Finally, I'm going to add 10 milliliters of saturated NaCl into my separatory funnel. Remove from the ring stand, shake and vent, and return to the ring stand. Removing my stopper, I'm drawing off the aqueous layer one last time. I'm then going to remove my separatory funnel from the ring stand and pour the organic layer out the top of the funnel into a clean Erlenmeyer flask. You want to pour it out the top because it could get contaminated by the stopcock if you draw it out the bottom. So we're going to dry the organic layer using magnesium sulfate. This is going to remove any residual water from our organic layer. So we took a good sized scoop and we're swirling it around. It looks a little bit cloudy, which means that we've added enough mag sulfate. So the next thing we're going to do is transfer our solution into a pre-weighed storage vial. We are transferring it through a cotton plugged glass pipette. This is to keep any mag sulfate from getting in with our sample. We've also added a couple boiling chips to the sample vial. We are going to clamp that sample vial in a beaker of warm water and let it boil down until we're left with our solid product. The weight of the sample vial and product is on the next slide.